sports reporting. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down. You know nothing about sports.
Nuts prod, not the beats.
You know nothing about sports.
Hello, we back.
Hey, there's the red light.
Red light special. Here we go.
You know nothing about sports.
Well,
Okay.
America.
No longer NFL. Sports.
Oh yeah, sports. We talk about everything. We
ain't the only one.
We can even talk about Dennis Rodman's daughter being drafted.
What?
Soccer. Y'all didn't hear about that, man?
No, I don't keep up with soccer.
Oh man, Dennis Rodman. Did y'all know his son DJ plays for Washington State basketball?
Did not know that either.
No.
His daughter got I forgot.
I thought he had a daughter.
He got I think he got, as far as I know, I think he got 3 kids. I think the oldest is like 33. And then I think he got the son DJ is like, I think 20. And I think the girl, his daughter, the youngest that got drafted, hasn't. I don't think she's been to college. She's been like in some developmental soccer league. You know, she got drafted second behind some girl from UNC.
Okay.
Yeah, wild scene, man. But look here, the big news, man. James Harden finally got what he wanted.
Yes, he did.
So you guys can chime in on this. I think it is the best way to get away from the team is to cause dysfunction in the locker room.
No, because Anthony Davis didn't do that.
Good point.
It's just, I'm a firm believer in people's real personalities being eventually revealed over time. And I just think that the douchebagness of James Harden finally got revealed this offseason.
But he's been there for like 10 years, man. That's a long time, man.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been marketed heavily, the beard. But I feel like, he has that cash cushion now to where he's able to say, hey, here I am. Here's the real me.
Okay,
he's been a good guy for the good guy for long enough.
We've got B Wiggs take on it. Kate, man, do you think it's because Maury left?
No, he threatened last year with Maury on a team if you don't bring in Westbrook, that I'm going to leave. And so I think Maury saw the writing on the wall. No, and also he's been protected. Tad Brown, the president, who's been there a long time, has protected him. Maury has protected him. That is not a good way to leave. I don't. For a dude who is opening a restaurant, I don't see how that works. But that's just me. People are fickle. Maybe they might want to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to his restaurant." I don't know. I don't live in Houston. I'm a Houston Rocket fan from afar. Also, as a fan from afar, yesterday on Twitter, seeing a lot of people, like congratulating him and saying, "Hey, he gave us good years." That's because they live in the city and all that other stuff. I'm from afar, so I can be more critical. And I've been critical of him since about 2015, and I've wanted him gone since about 2019. So, I'm just like, good riddance. I just hope I just want him to know that the antics that he did in Houston and he got protected, it won't protect you being in the New York market.
My take on it, man, because it seemed like the organization kind of bent over backwards for him, man, because he asked for Chris Paul, That didn't work out. And then to me, it's like he forced Chris Paul out of there. He said, "Give me Westbrook." Got Westbrook.
Oh,
That
he didn't ask for Chris Paul.
Oh, okay.
Daryl wanted Chris Paul. He was okay with it, but he didn't ask for Chris Paul.
Oh, okay. Because when I was reading about it, I said, okay, that's a couple of things that blew up in this guy's face. And I say, is he just mad with the whole organization? Or does he want to get out of the? Because you remember that night I was texting you guys when I was watching them. I was like, wow. I said they look pretty good without James Harden, man. I said they were balling, and I don't know if he saw that and was like, okay, let me get out of here.
No, he just go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they formed while he was gone, to parties and all that stuff. This new team formed a chemistry. You know, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Christian Wood. These new players formed a chemistry without him. And when he got back, they were already just like, forget you. We see where you at. We see where your head is. And he felt those vibes. So that only amplified things.
Also, Calvin Murphy, a Houston Rocket legend, he also does the post-game and pre-game show. He got caught off on a hot mic situation. The second to last game. They were going off air and they were talking about the Rockets. They were talking about James Harden. And he going off here and he goes, he quit. That got caught off mic. Wow. Because Calvin Murphy has played at a high level. He knows one of the things that's a lot of people, and it came out when Christian Wood and John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins said, you can obviously see the last 4 games, he was not playing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the ankle injury. He wasn't playing. He wasn't trying to compete. He was constantly turning over the ball.
I said the same thing because we played y'all a couple nights ago.
Yeah, back to back.
Right, back to back nights. And especially the last game, the last game that we played, what was it? Tonight's Thursday.
Was it Tuesday?
Tuesday night we played y'all. I was like, James Harden is letting Alex Caruso strap him up. Now, Alex Caruso is a decent defender, but nobody straps James Harden up. Dude was strapping James Harden up. I was like, nah, he's checked out. His head ain't even there. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all.
Yeah. But here's why I'm like, let him go. I said to y'all last year, I want to blow it up. But here's the thing about James Harden. Didn't work with Dwight Howard. Now they both are two type of. It didn't work. It worked with Chris Paul up until Chris Paul body failed. Right. It didn't work with his close friend. How's it gonna work with KD? How's it gonna work with Kyrie Irving? How's it gonna work with Steve Nash, a first-year head coach?
Look, that's the next topic, K man. You're jumping ahead of yourself. We gonna go there. We going to that monstrosity. But yeah, man. I'm thinking he wanted out because, like you said, man. Y'all said that team formed a chemistry without him, and I'm pretty sure he saw it, and he's in his mind. He said, "Okay, on this team, I really can't be the man. So let me just get out of here." He said I know he wanted to go to Philly. But I didn't think that was gonna happen. And when they announced the deal with New York, one of y'all had me rolling, man, about the strip club thing, man. I don't know which one of you said it, man. But and when you said it, I was like, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of options. But he just wanted to get out of there. Now he's with KD. Now let's branch over to this team. Ooh, boy. He's with KD. And I don't know if you guys seen the interview. They asked him and said, hey, what do you think about your buddy James Harden coming? He was like, congratulations. And I was like, okay. And that's kind of like basically all he said.
Yeah, so, the narrative now is that it was that they talked months ago about this, about about playing together, about James potentially heading to the Nets. So kind of I can kind of see that, in that we've seen it many times before where players don't get in trouble for talking to players.
No,
it's just execs. You can't tamper. If you're an exec, you can't tamper with a player. But if you're a player, you can talk all you want. And so it it almost makes sense to how, James would quote unquote force his way out to get to Brooklyn. Now that's only one part of it. The other part of it is, in public, Kevin Durant saying all the right things, but in private, Kevin Durant's like, oh, here we go again. I'm gonna have to ride somebody else's coattails to another title. And so he went to Brooklyn. Kevin Durant went to Brooklyn to have his own team.
Right.
He went to Brooklyn to have his own, to shut down the narrative. I keep looking at my phone because I'm on call, but to shut down the narrative that, he needed all those 3 All-Stars. He needed all 3 other All-Stars on Golden State to win those rings. He went to Brooklyn to flee that.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's more reinforcements coming in. Best scorer in the league. You just got on your team. And now he's like, I can't escape it.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with Kevin Durant. See, he sees himself, and Kawhi did too. They see themselves as like LeBron in high-level chess. Like, if I get this person, then I get this person, it works. But LeBron's smart enough to know to get the right people that will work for him.
Exactly.
Kawhi messed up he wanted KD, messed up, had to get Paul George, now it's backfiring. KD stupidly thought that he could get Kyrie and what's his name? DeAndre Jordan, and then that will help. But then you can see DeAndre Jordan stinks.
Right.
And then you get a coach fired because you get mad because DeAndre Jordan's on the bench. You put him back on there, and then they realize, no, he does stink, and that's why they put Spencer Dinwiddie. But now, not Spencer Dinwiddie. I think it was Spencer Dinwiddie. And now, because of the Harden trade, he's gone.
Jonathan Allen.
Oh, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah.
Okay, man. You're about 90% right, because the only thing I disagree with is that with LeBron can go to a team, look at the pieces he has. His basketball IQ is really good. He can figure out and say, okay, look, this is what you do good. This is what you do good. You do that, I do this, you do that, and we can win. That's the way LeBron thinks. Now, with KD, like you said, he went there because he wanted to be his team to build a good championship team to come out of the East. Now, my question to you all, and I was thinking about this when I first heard the trade happen. You have 3 ball hogging guys on the same team. Who do you want to take the last shot with like 2 seconds left? Or that's one question. And the other part of that, who do you think wants to take that last shot on that team with 2 seconds?
Who's going to take the last shot? It's going to be KD.
Mm-hmm.
Who think they can make the last shot? They all can. They all think they can. Kyrie actually did it in high level and won a championship, but they all can. The problem I see with them is I don't think they have the structure for it to actually work. But you go ahead, Brandon.
What you think, B?
I was getting ready to piggyback off of what you just said, but who I think is going to take the last shot, KD. Who I want taking the last shot on that team, KD. And that's is no slight against Harden. Kyrie is he's another subject.
Well, B, what you just said, B, is going to cause a problem in the locker room. Kyrie Irving is going to get in his feelings.
He's always in his feelings. What's new? He's always with his feelings with somebody. With the media, the media didn't say the right thing. Now his little ego is touched. The dude he doesn't love basketball. He doesn't love basketball. Anybody.
He loves the life. He loves the fame. He loves the attention.
Right.
But he don't like the 82 game grind. Also,
right. He
ain't built for that 82 game grind. His body is not built for that. He's constantly always injured.
If you remember, before he got drafted, he was at Duke.
Played 12 games.
Played 12 games. He could have come back if he wanted to. He could have come back.
Mm-hmm.
But he chose not to.
So you saying B, that was a sign right there?
That was a sign right there.
Well, he was the number one draft overall pick. I wouldn't come back either.
Well, yeah, but still, as far as having a love and a desire for the game,
No.
Kyrie is blessed with he has a gift.
Yeah, he
to
does.
What that man can do with a basketball, I haven't seen anybody since Iverson do it like he do it. Can pat it like he pat it. Stephen A. will say he's a bad man.
I don't know. Sham guy was pretty good, but
Tim Hardaway.
I'm talking about in the league.
Tim Hardaway was a monster.
Yeah, Hardaway was good too.
I used to try that double between the legs, full speed, and I used to trip over myself all the time. I was try that move.
Here's the thing, B. You brought up a good point talking about he being his feeling. He's always like that. He's been like that since college. You talking about the NBA champion. He won the championship. He has good handles. He's Uncle Drew. He did a movie.
He did. Good movie, by the way.
Here's the thing. There has to be something going on with him for him to act this way at this particular stage in his career. There's something going on in the background for him to be healthy and not want to play. Is it the locker room? Is it Steve Nash? Because I'm serious. That's who I feel sorry for, Steve Nash. Because he has 3 huge egos in that locker room. And just like I said, they all want to take that last shot, and if one of them miss it,
Well, I don't. Let me play armchair psychiatrist. He probably thought in theory teaming up with KD was great, but then he realized, oh, this is just like LeBron, and I got to defer to him, and I don't want to. It's my show, and let me go. That's just my thinking. And now he's pouting like a child, and he probably wants to go. And mainly the reason why Brooklyn wasn't giving anything up for Harden. They were just giving him like Karis LeVert, 4 unprotected picks, 4 swaps. This move is also maybe insurance against that dude.
Okay, man. That's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is. In case, like he's doing now, he doesn't want to play. Next thing you know, he's online doing something online with somebody he's supposed to be at the game or something like that.
Right.
But that's why they got Harden, I think, for insurance.
Right. And if you look at all 3 skill sets of all 3 players, look, I know Kyrie's a 1, but he's a scoring 1. He's a scorer. We've never confused Kyrie with being an elite distributor because he's not. He's a scorer. So you got 3 dudes whose main ability is flat out scoring. How does it work?
Okay.
Now, I will say this. Now, D'Antoni is on the staff.
True.
D'Antoni, first year with Harden averaged 12 assists a game. So I don't know if maybe they switch it and make Harden the point and say, Kyrie, you be the 2. I don't know.
And that's what I was thinking. Harden is a better distributor. Harden doesn't get enough credit for the passer that he is. Everybody gets caught up in the scoring, the step backs, the drives through the lane or whatever. But he's a great distributor also.
Okay. You got 3 awesome scorers on his team. Another question, man. Will this team beat the Milwaukee Bucks?
Yes.
Yes.
So you're thinking
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I've seen enough of Milwaukee to know that they are just limited.
Okay, look, here's the second part of that question. With these 3 scores on the team, do you think if they don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, this is a bust?
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Have you seen KD?
Oh yeah.
This dude he's not playing like somebody coming off of a ruptured Achilles.
I watched that first game. He was raising up, hitting jumpers. I was getting down the court, playing defense. I was like, okay.
Now, part of that concerns me. Go ahead, Kennedy.
No, I'm just saying, also with Wall, too, it's this maybe they might have actually fixed this thing to actually, it's too early in the season and historically.
True.
Achilles has been a crippler, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because when I watched Wall get him, I told that night, the first night when I was watching Houston play without James Harden, I was watching like the chemistry. I'm looking like, wow, I'm like, these dudes look really good, man. I think I texted you, came out, I'm like, hey, man, the Rockets look pretty decent without Harden.
Yeah.
And Wall getting up and down the court like he was when he was back with the Wizards.
The thing is, these dudes was out. They were out a minute.
Yes.
These guys, they took their time. They didn't rush.
The pandemic.
Right. So they were out a minute. That extra time may be that may be the secret ingredient to making this thing work to come back from a ruptured Achilles.
Wait, and you also got to think now. You got to think, man, because medicine is like any science, man. Just like all of us work with IT,
mm-hmm.
You buy something within the next year and a half, 2 years, it's old. Yep. So it's probably the same in the medical field, man. It's always advancing. It's always changing. So,
yeah, and they have access to stuff that we'll never see.
Yeah. So that's why you see it. And I always hear commentators say, just like we were just talking about, wow, he just had an ACL, MCL injury. He's back in 5 months. What is going on? First thing they'll say, modern medicine.
Yeah.
Right.
Modern medicine.
And then you got dudes like LeBron spending over $2 million a year on their body.
Yeah.
Well, just like I said, man, LeBron's basketball IQ is high. He keeps himself in shape. And if you watch LeBron, I watch his eyes when he's on the court. It's like he sees everything happening on the court just from when he comes out on the court or whenever he gets the ball.
Yeah,
I've rarely seen him make a bad pass. Maybe one a game or something like that.
Oh, I see it a lot.
I mean, he's the majority of the time you see LeBron make a bad pass is because he's bored.
But back to your point. Yes, it'll be a failure if they don't. But no offense, I don't see them beating. I can't see them beating Boston in a 7-game series, and I can't see them beating the Miami Heat in the 7-game series. Yeah, they can beat them. You can beat them one off here and there, but the game slows down. Coaching comes into into place, and I just think Brad Stevens and Eric Spoelstra will have something for
Steve Nash.
Yeah, Steve Nash and them.
Well, look, man, shout out to Miami with those jerseys y'all had that one. I don't know what kind of jerseys those were. Oh, man.
I told y'all to check them out before the season started. The hottest ones of the league.
Oh, man, that messed with my eyes that whole game I was watching that mess. But here's the thing, man. Boston is scrappy, man. Jalen is balling. Jason Tatum can get it done. Smart, do his thing every now and then. And they have a pretty good team there. And Miami, the couple of games I've seen Miami, they started out slow. Jimmy Butler was missing shots. And I was like, okay. And the guy, Hero, was hitting some nice threes. And there was another guy, I can't think of his name, was hitting threes.
Robinson.
Who?
Duncan Robinson.
It could have been him. Oh, yeah, I think it was him. Because, look, I was going to text y'all that night when I heard his name. Y'all know who I thought about, right?
Yeah.
Duncan Meyer. So, because I didn't know who it was, man. And they kept saying his name. I'm like, man, who the heck is this dude?
Yeah.
But those will probably be the top 4 teams in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Philly's 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see that. Because I don't see Indiana doing anything. I don't see Minnesota. I don't see Detroit.
Indiana's blowing the whole thing up.
I don't see Cleveland.
Cleveland got way too many big men.
Right. I think they're going to actually trade Drummond.
Yeah.
So that'll probably happen soon.
But the Nets, man, the Nets gave it up, man. The Houston Rockets, you should be happy, K-Man.
I am happy.
Y'all got 4 number ones, 4 swaps.
Well, no, I'm happy. I just want a cornerstone piece. That was the whole thing. That was one of their main things. They wanted a cornerstone piece. Now, my hope is, this is my hope. It might be a pipe dream, but it's a hope that Denver starts to get itchy finger and realize that their window's closing and willing to give up Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, that's a pipe dream.
I don't see that happening, man. I don't see that happening. Then look, look, and then the West, man. Y'all know it's the Lakers.
The Lakers, Lakers is clearly number one, and then it's a fight for right behind them.
Yeah, like Utah and Denver. You know.
No, Utah's Utah every year. Denver's 2 or 3. I don't buy Phoenix, so you know.
I was gonna say something about them, man, because I watch Phoenix.
Why not?
I've seen them. I don't buy them. You know why I buy them?
Who's that?
The Kings.
I mean, they got a decent coach.
Yeah.
I can't get with De'Aaron Fox and the new haircut. Like he actually looks like a fox now. Like
it threw me off.
He looks poor. I mean,
the Kings got some pieces, man. I've watched them play. They play scrappy.
I don't know what's going on with your Pelicans. They seem like they're missing something.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. The games that I've watched them play, there's all the games that have been coming on because of Zion. There's only one game where we kind of like didn't have it. All of the other games, which I think we're 4-6 right now. All the other games, we were in these games until like the fourth quarter. And of course, I think we turned the ball over more than anybody in the league, man. And I'm watching, I'm like, dude, Lonzo Ball, you can't make that pass, man. I mean, your boy balling out.
So when I said he's trash, I'm the bad guy.
But look,
I knew it from the first time I saw him at UCLA because his daddy was talking, and I'm just like, he ain't got it. He just doesn't have it. You've said this, B, and you might be right, that he probably don't really love basketball. He really loves rapping.
He just want
to be a rapper.
He looks like that when he's playing, man, because when I look at his face on the court, I'm looking like, dude, are you going to crack a smile? I know you.
That's what used to kill. That's what used to kill me about him when we had him, when the Lakers had him, is that okay, Magic? You saying all this stuff about this kid, but look at his body language. Look at his body language. Like his shoulders all slumped over, and I mean that may be a natural posture for him. I don't know, but you know he's uninterested. He doesn't yell and nothing. I mean, give me something.
And then look at John Moran.
Yeah.
That's why I say, someone asked me, who would you compare John Moran to? I was like, John Moran is Allen Iverson with a jump shot.
Yeah, he be dunking. He
be talking.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, with Ball, I've seen flashes of, some greatness there, but he's not consistent. He'll come down and make an awesome pass. Then he'll come down the next 3 or 4 times down and make 3 or 4 bad plays back to back.
Yeah,
his jump shot has improved, and I was watching when they played Charlotte, who was on TV, and I was watching him go against his brother. His brother is more athletic than he is.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched his brother make some good, passes, dish offs, and I'm like, okay, he made a couple of good layups. I'm like, okay, my man got some effort. Yeah, okay. You don't see Lonzo doing that. Mm-mm.
Melo,
B, like K-Man said, you could be right, B. He just want to rap, but
it's night and day. Like with him and Melo. Lonzo played high school, played 1 year at UCLA, straight to the NBA. Melo had he played some in high school, but Melo went overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Playing overseas causes you to appreciate the game. It causes you to appreciate things. And he was also a better prepared player coming into the league than Lonzo was.
Yeah, that's true. I give you that one.
Melo was about to give Michael Jordan his 10th life as an NBA executive, as an owner.
Yeah, because
until he leaves.
I want to say overseas, Melo was averaging like what 20, 21 points a game or something like that.
Yeah,
and like 8 or 9 assists a game.
He was a bad man in where did he go? Lithuania, I think he went.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because when I saw his stats, I was like, oh snap, okay. And that's why I was curious. That's why I wanted to watch that game. And like I said, he's more athletic than Lonzo, man. I was like, wow, okay. I
Yeah,
see how this gonna go.
jumper
Yeah,
needs a little work, but I guess that's the going thing with the ball boys.
all right, man. This one topic, we gonna switch over to football, America. Just like I texted y'all this morning, man. What the Bears chairman said about Nagy and Pace, saying that he was impressed. Look, he was impressed with what they did.
Yeah.
And then he got nerve to say, especially through the 6-game losing streak. That's why I was like, what, really?
Yeah.
And look, coupled with that, when I got up this morning and I heard the Urban Meyer news, I'm like, oh, he got in my mind, he gonna take that job. Because they had already said like a couple of days ago, he had already been putting together a coaching staff.
Yeah.
But then all the GMs, man. Oh man. Yeah, I think you guys right. We're gonna lose Fontenot, man. But
So, I want to say about the Bears chairman. The Bears chairman is he is George Halas's grandson. I've said this plenty of times. I'm going to say it again. They're an overrated franchise. They are a vastly overrated franchise. They were one of the first, and then they were in Chicago, and then they did some stuff early on, but then they went through periods of not doing anything. This is a franchise that wasted the careers of Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers. Walter Payton got a Super Bowl, but they never made it to the playoffs. Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers. I mean, even a lot of people think that the Detroit Lions wasted Barry Sanders' career. Barry Sanders made the playoffs a couple times and went to the NFC Championship game in '91. This is a bad franchise, and Brandon, you said it via text. They're living off of 85. Yep. So you think a 6-game losing streak from an executive who, once again, will go down in history with passing up Deshaun Watson. Some people say the easiest person to scout all that time, and you pass up Patrick Mahomes and you go for Mitch. And you think, okay, we're in a good place. The NFC was weak this year.
Yep.
So AFC, the Dolphins went 10-6 or 11-5. I can't remember.
10-6, I think.
10-6, and then make the playoffs.
Yep.
Y'all went 8-8 and backdoored your way in, and then proceeded to look like an 8-8 team in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. I would definitely give you that one, man. And my only thing is, like I mentioned earlier, that was one of the things I heard on Twitter earlier when I got up this morning. I think I woke up around 5:30. And y'all made me, and it would be scary, man, K-Man, what you said. Because I heard the 49ers was trying to put together a package, including Bosa, to get Deshaun Watson. And K-Man, you was like, wow, him with Kyle Shanahan. And when I thought about it, I said, oh, Lord. I said, that would be you.
Now, for those who don't know, why would Deshaun Watson want to go to the 49ers? Brandon, do you want to give a backstory on the Deshaun Watson saga?
Which one?
Go with the one that all of a sudden 20 teams think they could get him.
I'm having a brain fart here. What are you alluding to?
Why does Deshaun Watson all of a sudden want to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. You know about the GM thing. They asked that man.
Why would he want to leave? Why would he want to go anywhere else in the league? We like to think of the NFL especially. I mean, it's kind of NBA too, but NFL is, modern day slavery. You have certain owners that take this literally. Houston, the Houston Texans owner, may or may not be the most blatantly racist owner in the NFL. Deshaun Watson,
Lord knows his daddy might have been.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Deshaun Watson laid out. He pretty much laid out his list of preferences of head coach. You know, he's been there. He has seniority. He laid out his preferences. There was only one name on that list. That name was Eric Bieniemy.
Yep.
The Houston Texans, they hired a group to go out, do some work, and to make recommendations to the Texans on who they should hire
For their GM.
for their GM. There were names on that list. There were names on that list at the top of the list. That said, hey, this guy right here, these two guys right here, these two options, they are the best ones you need to pick. I would definitely, now mind you, this company got over $100,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars to go do this. And the Texans was like, nah. I'd rather go with this guy over here that looks like me. You know, it makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel a little safer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the guy that looks more like me. Long story short, the Houston Texans had a chance to hire not one but two minorities for their GM to fill their GM position. They did neither. They're not interviewing Eric Bieniemy for their head coaching job.
Oh, they are now.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why right here. And then this is, I quote from Andre Johnson. Andre said this: "If I am at Deshaun Watson, I will stand my ground. The Texans organization is known for wasting players' careers. Since Jack Easterby has walked into the building, nothing good has happened in/for the organization. And for some reason, someone can't seem to see what's going on. Pathetic."
And those comments were backed up by one Arian Foster.
Yep.
Jack, was it Easterby is also supposedly the guy who fired their VP for communications, highly respected woman, because she supposedly liked a tweet from about Kamala Harris winning, becoming vice president-elect, and stated this is a proud day for all women.
Yep.
That's
what Andre Johnson said. And I'm gonna tell you probably what happened. And I mentioned it before on the show. And it's kind of happening right now in Congress. With all the stuff that's happening with the impeachment. This is what it is. When you start talking about a franchise or your company losing what? Losing the almighty dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Minds will change with the quickness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure someone said to the Houston Texans, "Hey, look, man, you guys messing up. We're going to take this away from you. We're not going to have our sign at your stadium. We're going to take this." And then the ownership was like, "Oh, wait a minute. We got to look into this now. We're going to be losing $4 to $5 million. We can't do that."
Also, you got to think about jersey sales. Like, let's be for real. J.J. Watt played his last game. He was probably the highest grossing jersey seller in Houston, Texas history. Yep. Deshaun is probably fastly approaching that number.
I'm pretty sure he's in the top 10.
And then DeAndre Hopkins was probably super up there, but DeAndre's gone. JJ's going. Yep. And now Deshaun wants to leave. Who I'm gonna buy Texas? Right.
And you see,
who Brandon Cooks? Come on.
And you see, and to your point, K-Man, if Deshaun Watson's not on the team, making those special plays to draw the people into the stadium, when everyone gets to come back, nobody's going to be in the stadium. They're going to lose money.
You know what it would be like? It would be back to the David Carr days.
Yes.
Oh.
When they had, back then they had, one of the best stadiums, Reliant Stadium, one of the best stadiums in the NFL, with David Carr.
Yeah.
Nobody in the stand.
Right. All right, man. Hey. So look here, it's playoff weekend, man. So look here. First question. Which matchup are you guys looking forward to see?
I was until I found out the weather. It was the
The Bills?
Bills and the Ravens. Because no offense, Sean, I know you're a Saints fan. I don't care about Tom Brady. I don't care about Drew Brees. Take out these old guys on the AFC side. All the quarterbacks. The oldest one is 25.
Dang, kid, man, you gonna put us in the home already?
Yeah, guys. Look, if it was me, they'd be glue. All right. So I wanted to see that matchup. Now it's gonna be a snow game. I don't.
What you got, B?
I want to see the Browns and the Chiefs.
That's what I want to see.
Only because of what the Browns did to the Steelers.
That's my point, man.
That was a shocker. I wasn't surprised that the Browns beat the Steelers.
I wasn't either.
But the way they did it.
They scored what? Was it 28 points in the first quarter?
28 points in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. They got destroyed. The Steelers got destroyed by the Browns. And it has me thinking. You know, I understand the Chiefs. I understand who's leading the Chiefs. I understand Andy Reid's a great coach. The Browns are playing like they have nothing to lose. Like there's no pressure whatsoever for them to succeed.
Oh,
they made the playoffs. They had a winning record. Number one, they made the playoffs. Number two, they They had the audacity to go out and win a playoff game
in Pittsburgh.
Exactly. Here's the thing, and B-Wig, that's the game that. Of course, I want to see my Saints, but that's the game that interests me. In the close second would be your boy Lamar Jackson versus Joshy boy.
Yeah.
But I was looking at some stats, man. Kansas City's defense is okay, but it's not that good.
No,
it's not.
Now here's the thing. The Browns got two awesome running backs that will run at you, possibly run over you. They got Jarvis Landry.
Shout out to 41 that plays for the Steelers. Kareem Hunt did not care that you had kids or a mother or
then he stomped his chest.
You stomped me in my chest, Charlie Murphy.
I think I'm bleeding from my chest now. But I'm telling you, if Cleveland can slow down Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Mr. Sammy and all those guys, it's gonna be a shootout because Baker Mayfield gonna come at you. Either if they drop back, he gonna run the ball. He gonna run himself.
Right.
Then don't let Nick Chubb get going.
They match up so well.
Yeah.
With the Chiefs. Teams playing the Chiefs, they're afraid of Patrick Mahomes. They're afraid of Tyreek Hill. The Browns have Myles Garrett. Who's the other guy on the other end?
He tore his ACL. That was Olivier Vernon.
Oh,
Come on.
Yeah, Vernon got hurt.
Yeah, they've got fast linebackers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They've got speed on the back end.
Yep.
So they match up really well with the Chiefs. I'm not ready to call this game. I just, as bad as I want the Browns to win, I think they're going to end up losing just because the Chiefs have been here before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Browns are going to beat them. The only way the Browns lose is if Mahomes had one of those magical games. He's going to have to be on his A game, because I guarantee you, the Browns are going to try to do the same thing they did to the Steelers. They're going to try to run up the score. And for this, and I'm gonna tell you, I've watched the Browns all year, man. They have a nasty attitude when they play.
Yeah, that's true.
If you watch the Browns play, it's like back in the old dog pound days, man. It's like I don't know if y'all remember the game I want to say they were playing like the Dolphins or the Chargers or something, and the referee did something, man. And the fans at the dog pound were throwing
Oh yeah,
bottles
yeah.
of water 100 miles an hour, man, hitting them. That's how the Browns playing now. That's how they're playing like those fans were. Like I said, I'm the way they win is that where the Chiefs win is that Eric Bieniemy calls a good game, and somehow they let Tyreek Hill get behind him. And look, I'm gonna tell you, and Tyreek Hill is probably due for one every game like that. And look, the first thing everyone says was like, "How did you let Tyreek Hill? He's the fastest. How did you let them get behind you?"
But it's not Tyreek Hill. It's Kelsey.
Kelsey, yeah.
Kelsey's the problem. They're gonna send Hardman. They're gonna send Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins. But it's just to open up, death by 1,000 cuts. Just sending them down the middle, catching it all.
That's a good point, man. Because Kelsey make all his catches down the middle of the seam, right down.
Yeah.
until he gets in the red zone, he's vicious in the red zone.
But he can.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but he can run any route though.
Yeah.
True.
As he's the only tight end in the league that can run any route on the route tree and win.
He might be a problem.
Now, Kansas City's problem is they always want to win through the air.
Yeah.
They don't want to run the ball. Cleveland has no problem with that. So
right.
And
Cleveland has to beat them up.
Yep.
And Cleveland runs the ball well.
Because I think that's what San Francisco didn't do in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Cleveland runs the ball well, man. Like I said, if Chubb gets going, look out.
Yeah.
Look out. And then when Chubb gets tired, man, Hunt gonna come in.
Yep.
They got a 1-2. Now, don't get me wrong, the Chiefs kind of got a 1-2 punch at running back. Le'Veon Bell. I think Edwards-Helaire might be back, but he hasn't played, so I think since like week 14 or 15 or something, ankle. But that's why I say I'm curious about this game, man. I'm looking forward to that game. And I think they play Saturday, I think.
Yeah. It's Sunday. They have the 3:00 game Sunday.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah.
I might miss that one, be on the road. Dang.
As far as that second game on Sunday, I don't like either quarterback, but it's going to be a long game for the Buccaneers.
Well, look, man, my thing is, of course, I want the Saints to win, man. The first game we played them in the Dome, everyone kept saying
it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the season.
Yeah, true. Everyone kept saying the first game in the Dome, it was Tom Brady. He didn't really know the offense. That's why he threw those interceptions. He didn't know the offense. Now, as the season got on, he's picking it up. But then we beat them 38-3. They were like, oh, wow. But since then, everyone is saying, oh, he's really got it now. He's got AB. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how that go.
Tampa Bay they really didn't have anybody to tune them up for this game, though.
Exactly.
They didn't play anybody. They played the scrubs, the Washington Scrubs. The Washington football, what's.
And then Jack Del Rio ran an awful game plan. I thought he was going to put Chase, have him play sometimes in the nose tackle, essentially copy what the Giants did in Super Bowl, in that 2007 Super Bowl. Just keep getting pressure. The man had a clean pocket the whole game.
Yeah, yeah, I get you that.
They showed a little bit of times where he was getting pushed, like, he's barely getting touched. Clean pocket the whole game. The Saints ain't going to do that.
That's why I want to see the game, K-Man, to what you said, because everybody kept talking about that after the game and all week. Oh wow, look how they're protecting him. They can keep it tight end to chip somebody. They can keep it back in, and I'm like, okay, and somehow the Washington football team, what they score 23 points or something like that. And B, look, so much for the scrubs. B, the scrubs go at 23 points on it.
Yeah, had that offense, had that defense actually come to play and had a good game plan,
could have beat them.
They could have pulled it off because that offense came to play with a quarterback that nickname is like Meineke.
Oh, Heineken, man.
I know.
Yeah,
either a tie or a beer.
And then look, the other game I was curious about because Thumb's Golf is playing. He's got he's on thumbs. Thumbs golf is in the game now, and Wolf has been sat down, and this is I want it because I know B, you like Aaron Donald, your boy. This is going to be an interesting game too, man. Do you think the Rams defense everyone's been talking about can get to the Green Bay Packers? And
This is a bad matchup for this defense that everybody keeps talking about. This is a bad matchup, and when you go to Lambeau in January, you got to be able to score points. It's not about you got to be able to score points. You're gonna have to outduel Aaron Rodgers, and trying to outduel Aaron Rodgers with a recently surgical repaired thumb in 32-degree weather.
Look, yeah,
on natural grass.
Yeah.
Look, that's what I was gonna say. What's the temperature difference between Southern LA and Green Bay?
You know, and I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout.
No.
But
no, it won't be a blowout.
I think it's asking too much of Jared Goff to go to Lambeau and outduel Aaron Rodgers with a bad thumb.
Because
32 and snowing.
That last game when Goff came in and was hurt, Goff was throwing the ball, but you can tell it was affecting him. It seemed like he didn't have any kind of, force on the ball when he was throwing it. Their defense won that game for him.
He couldn't aim.
Yeah.
He didn't have any support on the backside of that ball. He couldn't aim anything.
So now it's going to be a wet, snowy ball.
Yeah.
And we don't even know what the wind's going to be at in 32.
Ooh. And there you go. Good point. That thumb is really going to be hurting in the cold weather, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, man. He better have a glove on. He better have some isotoners on or something.
It's not going to help.
Not going to help.
Man, that's going to be, oh, man.
Even with all the warmers on you, it's still Green Bay is going to be cold and wet.
Then, speaking of cold and wet, your boy finally got off the snide and won his playoff game. And look, what I tell you, I'm not going to say what I text y'all when the way he looked like he was running.
Yeah,
I've seen dudes in the hood run like that. I'm serious, man. On my side porch, I just see him coming down my sidewalk. I'm like, man, who they running? Oh, I see who they running from. And my mom would yell, get away from that side door. but they turned him loose. The Ravens turned him loose that last game. Mm-hmm. And I guess Lamar was like, F it. I'm going to just run this joint. We're going to win this game.
Yeah.
I think John Harbaugh and Greg Roman realized that the best way for us to succeed is to play his way.
Yep.
Let him play. Take whatever restraints that we had left on him off. Just let him go out there and play. And that's what you saw.
That's exactly what
you didn't see a scripted game plan from the Ravens on Sunday. It was anything but.
It was Dobbins, it was Edwards, and it was Jackson.
Yep.
We'll sprinkle in
Hollywood Brown.
Edwards only he had like 3 catches or something like that in that game.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Until they get that man a number 1 wide receiver, this is going to be their game plan.
Who's their tight end, man? Is it Andrews?
Andrews,
yeah. Mark Andrews.
He's a pretty decent weapon too, man. People forget about him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
with that defense, King Henry.
Yeah, that defense, when they want to play, they can play. I see that. My man Queen was bringing some stuff up. I was surprised. I watched the Ravens play, but I've never seen Patrick Queen play like that. Remind me back of the days when he was at LSU with the way he was playing. Because when I kept seeing him making tackles, I was like, damn, dude, where you been all year?
Yeah, Calais Campbell turned back the hands of time. Derek Wolf turned back the hands of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I was so surprised, man. But of course, everybody's hyping Josh Allen up. They keep bringing up his story.
Rightfully so. Get the man his credit.
They tell me when he was in high school, nobody wanted to recruit him. He went to some junior college. Then the only school that wanted to give him a scholarship was Wyoming. I think I said it on the show.
Give the kid his credit, man.
I said on the show when I was telling little Sean about college. I said, hey man, the acceptance rate at University of Wyoming is 95%. You can get in easily.
That's I think that's the future. I think that's the future matchup that we're gonna see a lot of between those two. I will say this, that I do love the Ravens Titans rivalry, and it's a shame that they're not playing each other next year because
Yeah.
they don't like each other. And that's sometimes you want that. You want just people who don't like each other.
Right. Now, I mean, it's nowadays it's like,
Well, yeah.
division rivalries, divisional
Yeah.
rivalries.
I-
These two teams don't play in the same division. They just
Right.
because of their success, they meet up in the playoffs and they try to knock each other's blocks off.
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling early on that the Ravens was going to win that game when they shut down Derrick Henry.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, okay. And
I mean, he's the engine to everything Tennessee does.
Yes.
Ryan Tannehill is not a take over the game quarterback.
look, both of y'all been saying that the whole season, man. Ryan Tannehill. But I get that one. You're right. In that game, you guys were right.
And I love how Lamar took the knee and just ran off the field, and then
30
came back a
seconds
little
left.
back and said, "Come on, let's go. We're not shaking their hands. Let's go." And I'm just like, "That's how you do."
I text y'all. I said, hold up. When I saw him run, I looked back at the because they showed the game. I said, hold up, man. So they got about 28, 20. Where's he going? The game not over yet. That's like a Paul Pierce moment when he said, "Did you call glass?" No, I called game. My man, when I couldn't believe he ran off like that, man. I'm like, what the? I said, man, that's some.
They got the NFL. I mean, with that, the 17th game is getting added next year. The NFL has to add that to the schedule.
Yeah.
We need that. You just like how Pittsburgh and Baltimore, when it used to be good, you need that. But this is almost not to the level. It's not that high level. But we haven't seen a division a problem with people since like what, the Patriots and the Colts,
Yeah.
or maybe 49ers and the Cowboys.
Look, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all about this AFC North with the Browns, Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers. If y'all look at those where those cities are located, it's like a perfect square, man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go for it. Every contest is like a backyard fight.
Right.
That's one of the games. Your wife will say, "Who y'all playing?" "Oh, we playing Baltimore." "Oh, you'll be home in a couple hours." "Okay, all right."
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a city where if you really wanted to talk some trash, you can drive there, talk your trash, and go and be home the same day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unbelievable, man. All right, man. Y'all got anything else, man? We're gonna make some picks for these.
We wanted to talk about I forgot
the draft.
The draft.
Oh,
And then also the coaching stuff. I mean, the coaching and GM hires.
Yeah. Just briefly.
Briefly, yeah.
I got
the GM
a good
stuff,
15
man.
minutes.
I kind of hinted to earlier, man. We were talking about African Americans, and certain teams stick to what they used to. They're scared to step outside of their box, just like with the president that's getting out of here. They don't want to upset their fan base,
Yeah.
so they stick to a certain formula.
Right.
The league is trying to change that.
Yeah. The good thing is Detroit don't have a whole lot of fans right now, so they don't have a whole lot of people to upset. But they made a heck of a hire, and my hats off. My hats off to that organization, because it is an organization that has traditionally been trash. As long as I can remember, whenever I hear the Detroit Lions, I just see Matt Millen's face and Charles Rogers and Joey Harrington. I see all of that stuff when I hear the Detroit Lions. So
all the first round picks they had.
I try to see Megatron and I try to see Barry Sanders, but it gets washed away by the stupidity. And it's just like,
right. But yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, they hired Brad Holmes from the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Super talented mind when it comes to evaluating talent. I think he's gonna do well. If they give him the keys, let him drive. I think he's going to do well with with the Rams. The last 5 years, they've drafted 11 starters, and they've had one first round pick,
Yes.
and that was Jared Goff.
Right.
So, hats off, man. I think he's going to do well.
Also, I want to congratulate Terry Fontenot.
Yeah.
Being the new GM of the Atlanta Falcons.
It's not a done deal yet, man. We got to get
yes,
to
it
the
is.
playoffs.
It's close enough. It's close enough, sir. We
Get over it, man.
If we lose on Sunday, I'm pretty sure Breeze is going to retire, and I know Fontenot he's going to commit a cardinal sin to a Saints fan. It's going to go to half the people in Atlanta are probably from New Orleans or have New Orleans ties. Yeah. It's not going to be a good night.
No coaches. Only a couple coaches have been. No, only one coach has been hired.
Yeah, Urban
Meyer.
Let me say this now at 8:50 on January 14th, the year of our Lord 2021. This will not work.
I second those sentiments.
I don't know, man. I know what you guys were texting earlier saying that he's just a college coach, but it might be a good situation for him because he can pick his staff. Number one. Number two, he gets the number one pick in the draft, and he's everywhere. It's been college. Every college that he's coached at, he's always coached up a pretty decent quarterback. Now, Trevor Lawrence coming in. I'm pretty sure they're going to take Trevor Lawrence.
Where is Dwayne Haskins right now? Because he coached him up. Where's he at right now?
Right.
Where is Cardell Jones? I'm sorry. Where's Timmy Rara?
All right, man. Good point. Look,
but you have to, in order to succeed in the NFL as a coach, you have to be able to properly identify talent, like real talent. The thing is, Ohio State, they call it a power conference, but I mean, do you really have that much elite NFL talent come out of there besides offensive linemen?
Yeah. They get corners. They get corners. They get drafted.
Every now and then they get a corner. Yeah, a pretty decent linebacker.
A running back. Wide receiver. Yeah. Some wide receivers gone. Not first round, but second, third round.
And B, I know where you're going, B. I know you're going about the Big Ten. Go ahead, keep going.
But Urban, he doesn't. He hasn't had the type of college success. Look, and Kennedy, you said it earlier when we were texting. You said it earlier. You would have went after Nick Saban. So would have I. I mean, this is a guy who year in and year out is competing for a national championship.
It's not only that.
Urban Meyer got what, 1?
3.
3? No, I'm talking about within the last 5 years.
1,
yeah. 1 national championship within the last 5 years. And when his players come to the league, outside of Zeke had 3 great years?
Okay.
And now he's falling off?
But B, this is what y'all are forgetting. Everywhere he's went in college, he went to the University of Utah. Made Utah almost every year he was there, I think, except for his first year, where they had a winning record. He left there, came to Florida, got to Florida, had a winning record. Said he retired, came back, went to Ohio State, had a winning record. That's the resume. Now, granted,
he went in college.
I know you're going to say that, B. Granted, the players that he has came out, they didn't do too well, but while he was coaching them, all the teams did well. Now, that being said, there is a big difference between the pro game and the NFL game. The speed is totally different. Now,
you know who he should have called before he took this job? You know who he should have called? Steve Spurrier.
Yeah.
Steve Spurrier was a beast in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beast head coach. Got to the NFL, what happened?
Nothing.
It's not the same.
First
And
thing
then-
happened. The first time it happened to Nick Saban, he went to Miami. Then
But also, here's the thing. This is the reason why I went to Nick Saban. Nick Saban was on Bill Belichick's staff in Cleveland. They converse all the time. Nick goes up to New England. Bill comes down to Alabama. Alabama is almost a pro system. That's why I would have thrown the money at Nick Saban because Nick Saban knows, okay, you come with me, you're gonna probably get drafted, and that's how Urban sold that to the players. But also because he's been around Bill, he also knows high level negotiation tactics and high level scouting. I don't know if Urban has that. And then also, I'm getting paid now. You can't tell me what to do like that.
Right.
a good point. We'll see how that goes. And another, well, y'all just said he's getting an interview. I was surprised nobody hired Eric Bieniemy yet, man. But Texans do the right thing, like Spike Lee.
They won't.
Actually, I'm hearing a few. Well, not hearing not like I got any sources. I'm just a regular dude. I'm seeing a few people say that the Eagles may jump out and interview Bieniemy, but they also have requested permission to interview our offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore.
They're casting a wide net.
They need to, boy.
They're almost casting as wide than that the Carolina Panthers casted for their GM position.
Right.
But hey, look, another thing that would be scary, and I think I mentioned that to you earlier, man. If the Falcons get Fontenot and they hire Joe Brady as the head coach, and I was like, wow, okay. That was the main reason LSU passing game was so tremendous last season because he had them running like a pro style offense.
Mm-hmm. Because he used to work for the Saints.
Yeah, we was blowing everybody out. I was like, God, no. But speaking of the draft, the only person I'm looking at is Mac Jones from Alabama. I hope we can get him in case Drew Brees retires.
Go ahead. Your pick.
So Mac your only.
That's the hey man. That's what I'm looking at right now.
All right, so I got my first. Well, we need both positions, so this is kind of like a 1A, 1B thing for me. My 1A is Rashawn Slater, left tackle from Northwestern. He's the next best O lineman prospect behind Panay Sewell.
Okay, I see him. I see the dude from Northwest. Okay.
I want him because he owned Chase Young in the Ohio State game last year when they played Ohio State. He made him disappear. He erased him from the game. Dude's pass blocking, his run blocking is elite. There was one play in that game where now they don't get me wrong, they lost the game. They got squashed because it's Northwestern. But in that game, I think it was I want to say it was some kind of running play, but dude, he got out to the second level, got a linebacker, pushed him down on the ground. He shoved him into the ground and then graded him 5 yards. Dude was on the ground and he said, "No, that's not enough. You just go move 5 yards over on the ground,
stay
not in
down.
the air, on the ground." So dude's just nasty. He comes in he's our swing tackle day one, and our future starter at left tackle when Tyron Smith retires, which I think it's gonna be sooner than later.
I think that guy Sewell going to Cincinnati to help protect your boy Joe Burrow. Who
my number?
What else you got, B?
My 1B is Caleb Farley. No. He's actually a long shot because I think he's gonna go in the top 5, and I'll tell you why. My 1B is Patrick Surtain.
That's who y'all need.
Now, with him, it's a little. Here's why Farley's going first. Farley's going first because he has the numbers. He runs a 4.3, and he has the stats. He has the interceptions. He has the advantage on interceptions. Surtain a little harder to put your finger on because teams just didn't throw at him like that.
That's what I was gonna say.
And so his sample size is kind of, you see the talent, he has the pedigree with his dad playing in the league with Miami. Right. But yeah, like as far as he can run, he can cover. He comes in. I think he's CB1 because I think he's better as of today. I think he's a better cornerback than Diggs because Diggs is still growing into the position. Mm-hmm. But you come in, you put him on one side, Diggs on the other side. I love how that looks. Now, my two long shots. One, I said it before, it's Caleb Farley. I think he's gonna go top 5. I think Caleb Farley's going top 5. I don't think he gets past the Eagles. Now, the Eagles, they're gonna have a decision to make because I think Jamar Chase won't make it past Miami.
No, he won't.
I don't think Jamar Chase is gonna make it past Miami. Him or Devontae Smith. One of those guys are going to Miami.
That was a debate on Twitter. Who's the best? A lot of people said Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Now the Eagles secondary has, it has sucked the last, 4 or 5 years. It has been bad. So they got to weigh they have to weigh need versus best player. In their case, need and best player is probably, Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase. But I think that they'll go defense. I think that they'll draft Farley.
Hey, let me throw one other quarterback in there that I was thinking about. We can pull it off. Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What you got, K-Man?
Oh no, my other long shot is my other long shot is Kyle Pitts.
Okay. All right. My number one, and he might be there. He'll probably be there. It's Caleb Farley.
What number y'all picking, K-Man?
We picked 9. There's 4 quarterbacks gonna go in the top 10, and that's gonna push Penny Sewell down. That's gonna put Jamar Chase down.
I don't know.
And Caleb Farley is gonna be there.
You think 4 quarterbacks are going in the top 10?
Yes. Yes. I think 4 quarterbacks are going in the top 10.
So you got in other words, you got the Falcons taking a quarterback.
Yes.
You have the Lions taking a quarterback.
Not the Lions. I got that. I got the Jets taking a quarterback.
Yeah, Jets, Jaguars, and
the Falcons, Panthers.
You think the Panthers will take a quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
And so everything Brandon said about Farley, that's why I love him. Second pick, Micah Parsons. Because one thing the Broncos desperately need, a rangy middle linebacker, all 3 down middle linebacker. One thing in vogue in the NFL is having that tight end that's just a mismatch for everybody. And we are in a division that has Travis Kelce. So we need it. And also the dude from the Raiders. I can't think of his name right now.
I know you're talking about.
So
my homeboy. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So those are my top 2 picks. My out there, not gonna happen, but it would be Penny Sewell.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. That's it. Hey, long shot. He's my long shot.
I think Cincinnati taking him. I think Cincinnati got second, right?
Yeah.
Put
him at left tackle. Put him at left tackle. Put Garrett Bowles at right tackle with the interior that we got. It's all there.
Yeah. Farley. I mean, while it may not happen, it's still realistic. But I like Farley better than Surtain because Farley, number one, Dan Quinn is our new defensive coordinator. Dan Quinn loves big, rangy corners.
Right.
And Farley has a little bit of a size advantage, not by much, but a little bit of a size advantage on.
And he got the long arms.
Right.
But also, the Broncos just hired a new GM yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't know what he might do because there could be 5 quarterbacks going the whole first. Someone might come up to 9. So there could be a chance if Farley might get there.
Right.
So that's why I don't think it's that much of a long shot.
Yeah. Now, as bad as I want Slater, if a team comes up and tries to get back into, or tries to get into, that 10th spot that we're in, hey, JC Horn, if we could trade back, get JC Horn from South Carolina, or trade back and get Alex Leatherwood from Alabama.
He's good.
He's in some parts I trust him more kind of than Slater.
Yeah.
Slater, he got my heart because he destroyed Chase Young last year. So that's he's up there for me.
Yeah, but Leatherwood, I've watched him all the years he's played, man. He's been consistent.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna come. I thought he was gonna come out last year, but I think
I did too.
Yeah. So I feel like,
but last year offensive tackle was deep.
I feel like if we can't get Farley, the route may be to trade back, because we already got 10 picks. We already have 10 picks. We got first, second, 2/3, I think 2/4. We can easily trade back to somebody, some QB needy team. Maybe somebody wants to come up and grab the BYU kid at number 10. And we got the ammunition to get back into the teams.
If you look at picks 15 through 25, they're about 6 quarterback needy teams.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy from BYU, I watched him. He has pretty good mechanics, man. He do some pretty good passes, man. He was fitting him into some tight spots when I watched him a couple of Thursday nights when Wack was playing.
Yeah. Now the only reason why I wouldn't trade down is we need a defensive tackle. And this is not a good defensive tackle class. You had the guy, Christian Barmore, who showed up in the second half of the national championship game. He just made himself about $10 million more by doing that.
Mm.
Now, some team is going to reach and take him in the first round because of that, and it's going to be unfortunate. I mean, there's like one or two guys, the Phillips kid, I can't remember his first name, the Phillips kid, that teams are going to be trying to go after, but there are really no studs. There are no defensive tackle this year.
I know on defensive tackle, I know on LSU's Twitter page, the majority of them are coming back, man. These are some pretty decent tackles. I know we got like 3 to 4 good defensive tackles.
Yeah.
That all of them are coming back. So next year is probably going to be a pretty good year. I know from an LSU perspective, a good defensive tackle year. Most of those guys should be seniors. I think there'll be one junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that Jerry would kind of, well, he did it last year and taking CD, kind of break from the norm and just take a playmaker. I would love to have Kyle Pitts on my team. I would love to have that dude on my team. I mean, he's fast. Linebackers can't cover him.
There will be
safeties can't cover him.
Yeah,
he's still raw.
I just think because of how terrible your defense was, he can't do that 2 years in a row.
Yeah, he can't, man. Y'all need defense, man.
So that's why the trading seems more plausible.
Yeah, y'all need defense, man, because people ran through y'all like diarrhea, man. I mean, I was watching y'all.
That a lot of that blame was on Mike Nolan. Some more blame was on the pandemic because Mike Nolan never got to install his system in person. So, there was a lot of factors there. Now what I do need to happen, and I had him as one of my long shots. I should have put him back in there with Michael Parsons. I need a linebacker. In the first 4 rounds.
Oh, come on now.
In the first 4 rounds.
Not like we did.
I need a linebacker.
Yeah, it came in, yeah.
Leighton Vander Esch's neck. His neck.
If he take one more hit, man, he might be done.
Yeah. Sean Lee's about to retire. Leighton Vander Esch's neck is weird. got something going on with it.
Does he have stenosis?
I don't know.
I don't know what he had, but he was out for a long time with that neck, man.
I don't know. And you got Kunta Kinte just running around the field, east and west, like you know, like the dog that, you know, whenever he sees a squirrel, he just doesn't know what to do with himself. He just starts chasing the squirrel.
You get excited.
Whoa, squirrel! That's Jalen Smith. And, you know, maybe Dan Quinn coming in, putting us back in the 4-3.
I think that'll do it, man.
Putting him back on the weak side.
Yeah,
or the strong side. Putting him back on the strong side.
Because that 3-4 for y'all, man, was not working, bro.
Nah.
Y'all frustrated me.
Mike Nolan had Antoine Woods, our one tech. He had Antoine Woods dropping in the coverage sometimes.
That frustrated me because when I watch football, I want to see a competitive game. But when I was watching the Cowboys, and I would text you, I'm like, B, what are y'all doing, man? They just running through y'all.
He had our tech. Look, look, Tristan Hill. I can't wait till next. Tristan Hill, we drafted him out of gosh. You know, he might have been Northwestern. He might have came out of Northwestern. Northwestern or TCU, I can't remember. But Tristan Hill's a stud. He's a 3 tech. Just give him a gap. Boom, go get the quarterback. He's asking dudes like this, like Tristan Hill, like Neville Gallimore, to 2 gap. And they're 3 tech size, but he's asking them to 2 gap. So you got these small tackles getting double teamed on the inside. Who do you have to stop the run? Who's gonna stop?
I remember when our first podcast of the season, you're like, oh, well, we got Mike Nolan. I'm like, okay. He was trash.
Look, shut up. I was a happy homer. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And look, K-Man, your Broncos, when I kept watching y'all, like somebody always kept getting hurt. I'm like, man, what is going on? I'm like, I kept looking. I'm like, God, I'm like, these dudes dropping like flies out here. That was like Baltimore.
They tried to microwave that training camp, and it was just too much.
Man, I think I posed it early on in a couple of our earlier podcasts. I said, man, is it the reason? Is it because of the pandemic? All these guys are getting hurt, and because no training camp, they're not used to hitting other players or something. I'm like, God, no.
I think not to get up in politics, but I think by training camp this year, one, we know more than we did last year.
Yeah, we got a vaccine. Yeah,
we're gonna have mini camps. We're gonna have everything. We're gonna have regular OTAs, and I think we're gonna have regular ways of installing stuff. They know how to clean facilities better, and then yes, the vaccine. So I think this year is going to be a little bit better for everyone, you know.
And you still got to say, we just talking about the draft. You still got to draft right and get the players in.
Yeah.
Like you say, get them caught up on the schemes and everything, the plays.
I just don't believe that we're going to have a central location for the draft this year.
No. Yeah, I think it's going to be virtual.
I think we're going to be virtual because our numbers are just going out of control right now. And we have to hit that curve.
And look, man, it's going to be like it was this past in 2020, right? We're going to be at people's homes and we've seen all the little girlfriends sitting on the couch and
but it was fun though. It was fun.
It really was.
K-Man, you had me dying when you said that. When the dude was waving, get out the way.
The Africans did not.
That was my uncle.
I died laughing, man. Hold on. You had me laughing earlier about Oladipo.
Oh, man. He's from a Nigerian from PG County. Once again, he might be related to me.
Hey, have y'all heard the dude sing, though?
No, man.
No, I did hear he had a voice.
I just saw the movie he's going to be in that he's executive producer with Megan Good as the director.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't no Luther or nothing like that.
No.
And look, man. When I was traveling with Amtrak, man. I had to go to Orlando, right? So I'm leaving Orlando, coming back to this area. So I'm sitting at the airport, man, and he walked in there, right? And like some of these people,
yeah,
were like looking like, wow, He's kind of tall.
You stupid, man. You stupid.
Seriously, I knew who he was because I did a double take. I went,
Yeah.
and I looked at him, and he looked at me. He went walking. What do we do as a people? Head nod. That's just what I hit him with, and he went like that. Then this older guy with his son. The son was like maybe 10 years old. You know, the son walked up. You know, can I get an autograph? And he signed the kid's autograph and took a picture with him and everything, right? And look, when he did that, these people, oh my God, who's that? Who's that? They started whispering to each other, and I just bust out laughing. He looked at me because he had sat on the floor with his bag laying down, and I guess he kind of heard the people laughing. We looked at each other, and he and I started laughing.
Wow.
And
is he a rapper?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. So I told my little Sean, you didn't get a picture with him? I said, nah, man, the dude was over there chilling. I said, one person already took a picture. I'm not gonna keep bothering the dude.
Yeah.
And of course, he flew first class.
Yeah.
Cause look, once we got on the plane and I was walking by, I just stuck my fist out and he gave me a pound back and put his Beats by Dre headphones on.
Yeah.
And I said, damn, my man seemed kind of cool. Okay.
Yeah. After this offseason, he won't be fine. I mean, he'll get that money and then he'll be chartering flights.
Right.
Hey, B, remember that time when Amtrak behind the counter who we saw getting on the train?
Oh,
the Clips. Remember that time we was sitting? I said, "Yo, B, look up," and it was the Clips.
I think I missed him. I think I was too late looking up.
And nah, you saw him because you went, hey. And we and I said, man, what the heck they doing getting on Amtrak? But this one they had just started out though.
Yeah. Now I do remember seeing David Aldridge in Union Station.
Yeah, I seen him too. Yeah. He was here.
Like he's short.
He was short. Yeah, we saw him that day. He had a suit on, walking real fast.
Yeah. I remember seeing Riddick Bowe outside of a bank in Virginia. I didn't look him straight in the eye because he had a look in his face like, should I knock him out? Like, I don't want. I mean, he looked disheveled too, but I'm like, no, I don't want that smoke. I don't.
And then look, one day me and Sean was at Union Station, man, and we saw John Jansen. And look, if it wasn't for the size, I would have thought he's a regular dude. He had on jeans with a T-shirt with a Michigan hat pulled back with a map in his hand. And me and Sean walked by. Sean, well, hold up, man. Sean says John Jansen. And I turned and look. I said, God, dog. I said, he just up in this joint chilling. And then K-Man, I don't know if you've seen him, K-Man, but your boy be all around Union Station. I'm in the Situation Room. This is Wolf Blitzer.
Oh yeah. I've seen him. I've seen a bunch of him CNN people because they, my old job.
Yeah, the building right there.
Yeah, right there. Like that lady, Mia Malika Harris. Like,
oh yeah.
Jesus, she is slim.
And look,
she
man.
is so. I was like, God, I didn't know she was that slim.
And look, here you go. And B-Wig, this for you, man. You young cats, man. One day I didn't have a meeting, so I think I had a meeting. It was over at 11:30. My next meeting went to like 2:00. So I said, look, man, I've been busy. I said, I'm gonna walk to Chinatown. I'm walking to Chinatown, bro. I get to the block. Y'all seen that little building on the corner where you see the animals hanging in the window right there?
Yeah.
So look, I hear the loud music. So I'm trying to look. I'm like, man, who in the heck blasting this music, man? I get to the corner, the car pulls up. It's a red Bentley. Guess who's in it? Freaking John Wall. He got the top down, the music blasting. So I had to look. I went, bam, man. He trying to lean. I said, come on, bro.
Hey, man.
Yang guy.
North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And it just threw me off guard, man, because it was around about 12:30. And I'm like, who is this heck blasting this music in Chinatown? Because it was almost like it was echoing. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, John Wall? I said, he must have just left practice or something.
Man, I remember going to a Wizards game, and this was like 2001, 2002. But I seen Chris Samuels and Darnarian McCants. Dude used to be receiver.
Yeah.
Dude, Chris Samuels' hands, bro. Like little me, I'm sophomore in high school. Hey, Chris Samuels. This guy hand, like I stuck out my hand to dap him up. Like his middle finger was halfway up my wrist.
He's a
I'm
big
like,
dude, man.
I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Him and his wife be on that show on Real Housewives of
The
Potomac.
Potomac, yeah, my wife watched it.
Yeah,
Can't
my
stand- I
wife
can't
watched
stand
it.
it.
And then look, I don't know if y'all remember Leslie Shepard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw it. Look, B, man, I saw this Bammy in the hood over in Oxon Hill. What's that, Rivertown? He
Yeah.
way over there in the Range Rover because his Range Rover had tags that said Shep Dog, and I had to look. Man, what the heck you doing over here, bro? I'm like,
Man,
come on, man.
I never forget Rivertown.
And then look, I told y'all how I got Bradley Bill mad at me. I
Yeah.
already know if he see me again. Oh yeah, you the one that say don't go to Lakers, huh? Yeah. And look, I told you, man, his wife, she was pregnant at the time. She bust out laughing, yo. She kept looking at him laughing and laughing. And it seemed like the more she laughed at him, the more he got mad.
I remember Brandon telling me that he saw AI at ESPN Zone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
ESPN
all
Zone.
of
Yeah,
us,
ESPN Zone.
B.
ESPN Zone. Yeah.
He's like, that dude's mine.
But
Yeah,
look,
like
but
and
K-Man.
he had on some Air Force Ones. The
Look.
thick sole joint. So I'm
Okay,
looking
man,
this
here's
dude in the
the thing.
eye, and I'm like I'm a good 5'9.5".
Look, here's the thing. Brandon will tell you this. Here's the thing. When we walked in, right? We walked in, first of all, his daggone Bentley was illegal parked outside the place.
Right.
When we first walked up, we were like, man, who the heck Bentley? Oh, yeah, it might be AI joint. So, okay, man, we walk in, right? He in the back doing something. And we walk in, it was me, JB, I think B Wig was there. So we walk in, his eyes went right on us. It was like, man, who these dudes are? He was like staring, looking. And I'm like, man, why are you looking? And I think I messed with Brandon. I say, Brandon, he looking at you, I think, B. I think, Brandon, no, he ain't looking at me. And I'm like, man, what this dude? I said, did he think we was going to try to rob him when he get outside and take his car or something?
I'm like, we in depot clothes, dude. I mean, we in work clothes. What we gonna do?
We in khakis and lanyards. Come on.
Right.
I ain't going to never forget that joint, man.
Hey. Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say, Hampton Roads.
Shout out to Bubba Chuck.
Yep. All right, let's get on these picks.
All right, man. Let's get it going, man. I don't have my spreadsheet, but
we don't need it tonight.
yeah, we can wing it.
Yeah, it's only 4 games.
Who y'all got, man? Who you got, B?
I got.
Give me your 14.
You just want me to go down the line?
Yeah, give me your 4 teams.
All right. I got Packers, Ravens, Chiefs, Saints.
Ah, dang it, Jimmy. Who you got, kid, man?
Okay. I got Packers, Bills, Chiefs, and
don't do it.
y'all playing in that dome. And you know how I feel about that dome in y'all.
And they got fans.
Yeah, no.
And we wearing black on black.
Yeah. I'm still going with the Saints.
Yeah, that's who I got, man. My only switch up, man, is I got the Ravens beating the Bills, and I got the Browns beating your boy now.
That game went in the snow. I would pick the Ravens, but that snow.
But
Yeah.
but the Bills rely more on passing the ball than the Ravens. The Ravens ain't going to Buffalo to pass the ball.
Yeah, no, but they play that snow is nothing for them. That's like that's what they love playing, and they used to that.
It's not
Yeah, but not Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs was playing indoor last year.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm pretty sure he's gotten acclimated already. I'm telling you, hey, bro, when you up that high in elevation, ain't nothing like cold wind coming off the water, bro.
Yeah, so.
Trust me, when I was up in Alaska, ain't nothing like it, bro.
Running game and defense go anywhere.
That's true. But the Bills got a running game and they got a defense.
But Zach Moss is out.
Oh yeah, he got hurt
that,
last week.
That hurts their running game a little bit.
Yeah, he messed up his ankle or something like that.
And,
yeah, he did, man. When he got hurt, I seen him hurt, and I was like, man, they ain't look good.
As much respect as Josh Allen has garnered from me this season and this postseason, he's a competitive dude. He see all that running Lamar gonna be doing. He's gonna try to do the same thing. And he doesn't make the best decisions when he runs.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
and look, that's gonna be the key. Lamar running that ball in the cold weather, because I doubt if he throws it in Gus Edwards, Dobbins. He might do some end arounds with Hollywood Brown, but
I think the Ravens hit. You're gonna have to have at least 2 big plays in this game to win this game. I think the Ravens get one more than the Bills. If
the Ravens wins this game, I'm gonna say it now. They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Well, here's the thing. Just like I said, man, I think Cleveland is going to beat Kansas City. Ravens are going to beat the Bills. It's going to be another rematch. Now, y'all say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that game will get a lot of TV time.
Oh, the old Browns versus the new Browns?
Yeah, boy.
Oh. Hey, if Cleveland beats Kansas City, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, man. What? Ooh.
You heard it here, America.
The red light is still on. We still recording. If Cleveland beats Kansas City, Cleveland is winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. K-Man just said if the Ravens beat the Bills, the Ravens will win. Oh, my God. That would be one hell of a Sunday game there, boy.
Let me tell you something right now. In both of our picks, there's going to be a lot of people on TV, a lot of people who made stupid assumptions about one Lamar Jackson and one Baker Mayfield who have to eat it. It.
Yep.
That was that's like the Sunday night when the Saints played the Buccaneers. Everybody picked the Buccaneers to win. And then at halftime, before they went to start the game, I think Rodney Harrison, those guys, man, if we wrong, we're going to be getting trolled by the Saints fans. Mm-hmm. They came back at halftime. Well, I guess we getting trolled.
Mm-hmm. I think I picked the Buccaneers to win that game.
Yeah, a lot of people did, man. A lot of people did, but I think this coming game, this Sunday, is going to be a lot closer.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot closer. I think my Saints win, but it's probably be about no more than 4 points.
The game in New Orleans, if it wasn't in New Orleans, I feel so easy, but that depend on that crowd so much.
Yeah. All right, America.